Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Hope you guys are having a blast out there. When we got big news for crypto, and of course we're going to talk about that. President Trump signs executive order to move forward with the United States Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. You don't get much better than that. I did tell everybody, be patient. That's what coming up there ahead of us. I have a lot of people DMing, pretty worried about the markets, and of course that's understandable. But of course we knew that a lot of the policy around Bitcoin Strategic Reserve and supporting policies hadn't actually come out yet, and so it's come out now. Pretty cool, perfect timing too, with the tariffs and things like that. So pretty nice. The markets have responded in kind. A massive jump today. As I always say, the last, in any particular year, you're going to have 20, 30 days where mad money is made and mad money is lost in crypto. The best performing asset, of course, but extremely volatile as well. So just the way it goes. So congratulations for those that managed to pick up quite a bit of dip there. So we'll see where it goes from here, but looking pretty positive. And this is on the back of Richard Hart beating the SEC through the courts. And so it's just positive win after win. Bodes very, very well, doesn't it? Very, very well. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channels, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels. Of course, here on the Kryptonite Show, we're also on Superman Crypto and also Pulse Chain X. So big shout out to all the viewers over on those channels. Subscribe, definitely share the channel around if you love crypto, love politics, and love all sorts of other topics we're going to be covering in the weeks ahead. So definitely get in that. Now we're going to be talking about our the Strategy Club. If you love crypto, you want to get into Strategy Club, get a lot of intel flows as we go, especially if you're busy. Then join up to Discord. We're going to get into that now. So let's check it out. So here we are. The links are in the video description, and maybe one of our moderators, Wookie or somebody like that, will post his link. But this is it at the moment. So we got our standard Discord. That is $5 a month for that one, right? And then of course we've got the Kryptonite Strategy Club. That is $35 a month. And then of course we've got the one-on-one. This is a brand new offering with myself to talk about crypto and personal finance and things like that. So that is definitely another good one to check out as well. And only $99 a month there for a 45-minute session each time. So get on that. I also will have a new offering coming up in addition to that. We're going to have 4 offerings, but that's coming up later on. So definitely check that out. Links in the video description. Get onto that today, as we say. All right, so that's going to move us into the markets. Obviously, no stock market there in the United States. It's Monday here in good old New Zealand. But of course, it's only cryptos 24/7. That's how we like to rock and roll. We got GG and Hexkin in the house there. Hey, Superman, good to see you. Welcome to the chat as well. Always a pleasure. And Wookie in there as well. Wookie is for peace. Yeah, me for peace too. We got Wookie says yes, he will. He will post something. Oh, that's good. We got Brian, our community leader, in the house there. Good to see you, Brian. I got to remember that these animations take a little bit to come up there too. So good to see you, Brian, in there for sure. And getting some good comments in there. We even got Hedgehog in the house there saying, woohoo, pretty excited with the announcement about the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Got to be excited about that, that's for sure. All right, so let's get into it. So we had some good stuff here. And of course, we know that Trump is going to be speaking at the Congress. I'm not sure if he's done that yet, but we might cover that a bit later. We got Bitcoin anyway. The other cryptocurrencies rally as Trump announces U.S. crypto reserve. Very, very exciting there. And of course, we've got some cool comments on that. Which is cryptocurrencies rallied Sunday after U.S. President Donald Trump made good on his campaign promise to start a U.S. crypto reserve. Trump said in a post on Truth Social that the reserve will include Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as XRP, Solana, and ADA. So Hodgkinson will be pretty happy there. And of course, we're going to be covering X1 from Jack Levin. That's going to be a fork of Solana. So that's probably going to benefit from that too. Keep a track on that. If you want to get in Strategy Club, links in the video description for that. But looks like Wookie's also posted his link, so let's pop that one up there too. For sure. Join the Strategy Club today with Wookie's Kryptonite link. Absolutely. And that is the link there. Join up today to the Strategy Club. Only $35 a month. Really good value. Some of the Strategy Clubs out there with less updates is, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So definitely check out that. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into the commentary. President Trump said a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry. Holy heck, guys. Come on, let's take that back. Critical industry. That is incredible. Just think about this for a second. Sit back and think about this. This is the biggest, most powerful country, richest country in the world. and now they're going to have a crypto reserve. Come on, let's think about that. We know that they're going to go into Fort Knox to check to see if the gold's there. Well, on digital land, we can go see whether Bitcoin's there or XRP, etc. This is crazy good, man. And if the US goes in, it's the reserve currency of the world too. Then everyone else is going to start piling in. Sovereign states are going to accelerate. Corporate's going to accelerate. Endowment, retirement funds are going to accelerate. This is utterly a game changer with the best president of our time. I mean, Trump is going to usher in such a prosperous era of peace and prosperity. It's going to be incredible. And so, fantastic news there. After years of corrupt attacks by the Biden administration, which is why my executive order on digital assets directed the presidential working group to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Solana, and ADA, Trump said on Truth social platform. Trump also said, "I will make sure the US is the crypto capital of the world." Come on, that is just unbelievable. And you guys are all here early, and yeah, we got volatility, but man, we're about to enter into a huge, huge phase here where more and more entities, basically everybody's going to onboard, and it's going to be competition for supply. Because as you guys know, Bitcoin is relatively scarce, Ethereum is relatively scarce, and so many of the others, maybe with the exclusion of XRP perhaps. So pretty awesome there. And obviously BTC and Ethereum as other value cryptocurrencies will be the heart of the reserve. I love Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, obviously, the Trump Foundation's been buying a lot of this Ethereum, and even while Ethereum's been underperforming versus Bitcoin recently, and of course going back down about $2,200. But of course, this is a game changer. So very, very excited to see that as well. Very, very cool. So that is some of the good stuff there. Just before 2 p.m. Eastern, Bitcoin rose 8% over 92,000. Ether rose 10%. XRP rose 23%. Solana rose 90%. ADA rose up 50% on ADA. That would be amazing. Now, Michael Saylor, chairman of strategy at Amista there and prominent Bitcoin advocate, responded to the news saying Bitcoin is the foundation of the cryptocurrency economy there. So pretty bullish news there. And Michael Saylor there posted this out as well. And obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum. So very, very excited stuff here from Michael Saylor. As you can see, Bitcoin is the foundation of the crypto economy. That was 6 hours ago. Pretty exciting there from Michael Saylor, as you guys can agree. So looking pretty awesome. Now, Michael Saylor's got 4.1 million followers, so he's got a big following. They got to see all that too. Absolutely huge. So what happened to the markets? What happened? Let's check that out. But before we do, let's quickly say hello to a few more people that have jumped in the chat here. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. We're streaming to over 10,500, or probably heading towards 11,000 subscribers. And I may be bringing on a fourth channel, which might get us to 14,000, which is pretty awesome. And you guys are all a big part of that support. I appreciate it. Check my pulse, says LFG Superman. Absolutely, LFG. It is exciting times for sure. And also out to you, Hexkin holders. What is shaking, Hexkins? Yeah, what is shaking? That's for sure. We got Craig Pitt in the house as well. Morning all. Thanks for all the Alpha Superman. Hey, you're most welcome. Hey, we're trying to play probability on this channel. That doesn't mean you're right all the time, but we're trying to play that probability, and experience helps to inform that, doesn't it? And a bit of study as well. So get into it, folks. All right, so let's get in to see what the result of this Bitcoin Strategic Reserve EO happened to have. And of course, it looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Pretty damn good. Look at that. I got to get excited today because this is pretty one of these big updates. Bitcoin there up 9.76%, back over 92,000. Remember, that was our good support line. And so we're at $94,670. Isn't that fantastic? We've got the Bitcoin dominance at 58.16, I should say, which is down from what we've had recently. And that's a good sign because we want to bring on altcoin season, right? February was pretty disappointing. We were down a lot, but so far March is turning out to be as good as we had hoped. So very, very exciting. Now, we also know that rumors on the street from about a month ago said that they were expecting a lot of capital to come into crypto in the second quarter, which is pretty interesting, the timing relative to Trump's EO here. So we shall see if that does eventuate, but it does look good for it. Does look good. And it's also a good part of the Bitcoin cycle as well. So I think we've got a good lineup here. Now, let's have a look at Ethereum there. Ethereum is up 14.3% at 2,500. Really strong bounce there. But look at some of these other charts. Look at these other charts. And of course, the ones that are getting supported by the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, Solana, up 25%, $177. Are we in altcoin season? It feels like it. These are the sort of returns that you start to get, 30 to 60% a day, and it just keeps going up and away. We got ADA there up 64% at $1.09, so real nice move there. I know Charles Hodgkinson will be very happy about that, even though he was shown to be wrong about fraud and Richard Hart, right? The courts shot that down. XRP up 33.5% to $2.92. So it's a pretty speller there. Now, I'm not a big fan of Ripple because they just dump fest on the XRP people, basically exit liquidity. But hey, look, you can't deny the price there is going up and away. Took years to do it, though, right? Took years to do it. All right, so BNB up 2.8% at the moment, $623. Tron is up 4.5% at 24 cents. Litecoin up 2.4%, $127. Sue is making a nice big move there on the chain, 15% at $3.23. So there is our moves. Is that beautiful? An ocean of green. We love that, an ocean of green. Breathe, take it in. Well, enjoy it while it lasts. So no, actually, hopefully we'll start to get an altcoin season where we start to get day after day after day of green candles. That's kind of what we're looking forward there. We might go back and do a video on that. Actually, it's probably a cool idea. All right, so let's have a look at Bitcoin on Coinbase just to see it on the charts. And look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Now, remember this candle here? I said, oh, this is probably going to be the low. Nothing's guaranteed, but it definitely had a bullish hammer there. And up we have gone since then. Look at that return. We're almost back at the 50-day moving average, OMG. A get over that would be very, very important. So if we can close here, our close on this chart is going to be in 50 minutes. So if we can close there and go above that and then close again above the 50, we're looking good. And I can't see anything really holding us back. Maybe some odd tariff thing perhaps, but those are supposed to have already be in place, I think by Tuesday, was it the 4th? Yeah. So that's still coming up tomorrow. So we could still have a little bit of rockiness, although the market knows that's coming, the tariff. So we'll see. The market can be fickle. Sometimes you play probability that they know that the market knows that information and they still have a little fit about it. Typical thing. So we'll see. But so far, so good. And we've still probably got another day or so before that. So good chance we'll get a good green candle and stay over that 50-day at 92. So we've still got about a day review in here because we're in New Zealand. We're ahead. Still Sunday in the US, right? So still got another day there, Monday, before those tariffs come into place there. Now, we know that a lot of trickery is happening with the globalists. So we're talking about Canada, Europe, UK, these clowns that are running these countries. I call them clowns, but they're actually corrupt and oppressive. They're really, really bad people. And they did some pretty bad stuff today, but we'll talk about that in this afternoon show. That's where we're at the moment. Trump is doing all the good stuff, and they're doing all the bad stuff. Nothing's changed, right? That's why we're so glad that Trump won the presidency. Otherwise, we'd have America doing the bad stuff as well. So a good thing we're on the right track here with President Trump. Thank goodness for that. I cannot tell you, sigh of relief there. All right, so let's get into the Bitcoin ETFs because they have been big sell-off, right? Big sell-off in the ETFs, but we've got a little green candle there today, $94 million positive at the moment. So watch these candles. We should suspect that we will get a lot more green, with the exception of Tuesday possibly, although the market knows that knowledge. So theoretically, it should just move up through that with the Bitcoin Reserve because it's such a big deal, this Bitcoin Reserve. It cannot be understated how big this is. Now, exactly how much money goes through there is maybe not as important as the signal to the rest of the world that you should be investing in crypto because we will be, right? So not bad there, not bad. All right, so let's jump over to the Bitcoin history to see where we are. As I said, last month, we ended up negative 17.4% in what is typically one of the two best green months. That makes the third negative in the February month. They're down 17.4%, but we're already up, and it's only, a couple of days, 2 days, and we're already up 2 days. We're already up 10.36% in March. So that's really cool. Obviously, off a lower base that we've had, but that is very excited to see that. And off that, sort of bullish hammer signal that we had there. So pretty cool. 10.36. Let's see how we can go. Can we get like a 80% month or something? Can we get like 80%? Can we get, back in 2013, we had 172%. Can we do even half that? Let's do 80, 90% for Bitcoin. That'd be crazy, right? Crazy to 150. That would match my target of 150 by the end of March, early April. So let's see. Crypto can do it. Especially with a Bitcoin strategic reserve. That's definitely doable, right? Definitely doable. So that is our crypto coverage. We're going to get into Pulse Chain, PPP for Pulse Chain, and talk about that because that's had some big news, of course, around Richard Hart beating the SEC with all the Dream Team lawyers, including Elon Musk lawyers, has been pretty amazing. What a great outcome that was. They got 20 days to kind of find a new approach, but with the new administration, the SEC dropping a lot of bigger cases, I foresee that a very low probability, 5% at best, because it's such a crappy case they put together. I think most people in the community could put together a better case than what they did. And I think a big part of what they had is jurisdiction. So I think they're pretty much shot regardless. Yeah, I'm expecting that to happen. 20th of March should be all guns for Pulse Chain, right? If anyone is considering that as a caveat before boom time. Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0462, up 9.5%. It's 46% of the mean sacrifice price. This level right now is kind of the last level before it really starts running away. So if you're not accumulating Pulse and Richard Hart coins at this level, then you're likely to get left behind, right? You're going to have to pay a lot more to get there, and that changes your risk return profile, right? Pulse X at the moment, quadruple 0457, up 15.4%. Really strong day today. So we're sitting at 46% of the mean sacrifice price. Is still, like I say, another area where we're still in that lower price range to really run away with. Do what you need to do. 1.29 trillion has been bought up and burned so far. 6.51% of all Pulse X is being destroyed. Incentive token back over $3, $3.01, up 11.7%. The ratio there at 65,000 Pulse per one INC. And of course, as you guys know, Richard Hart's team has cut the inflation 20x. So it's only 5% of what it used to be, and we're sitting at about 55 million in supply. So don't expect that to grow too big. Hex at the moment, 1.42 cents, up 9%. EHEX at 36 hundredths of a penny. We're at 1.78 cents for Hex on combined, and that's looking pretty good. Look, this is still super cheap for Hex, and we know that's probably going to run huge in this bull market, potentially into the dollars, right? Into the dollars. Let's go to the gas prices, which have been very, very different from what they used to be. 200 to 300 beats we used to have all the time. Well, now we've been in the millions all the time, but today's not too bad. 1.3 million, 2 cents for a Pulse X swap, 41 times cheaper than Ethereum, which is at 1 Gwei at the moment. Looking at the validators, we've been having a little bit of climb in validators. Looks pretty similar to yesterday today, 47,234. And finally, our heartbeat check is the bridge. This does look like it's up about 3.6 million or so. It was about 10 point, was 11 yesterday? Yeah, 10.8 or 111 there yesterday. So we're up about maybe 4 million, let's just say 4 million from yesterday. And of course, big jump in Ethereum and Bitcoin adding to that mix there. And EHEX also is up, so not bad there. All right, very cool. Looks like DAI is actually down a little bit there, about $250,000 actually. Just noting that. So there we go. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's nothing to hold people back now. All that capital flight, which we think we had probably about $40 million if the bridge data was right. And maybe some of that will come back. Who knows? We'll be watching out for that. There's nothing to hold it back now. No SEC over the heads. Definitely the 20th of March, that's for sure. So we'll find out pretty quickly. The volume at the moment, 35.3 million. What did we have yesterday? 80 million. We're at 35 now. 290,000 transactions. We've got quite a few movers on the chain there. Many of them have been around for a little while. But Finvestor, which I covered with the good old MV from our Discord, he's a really good speculative player in crypto. And of course, we covered that the other day. $41. So it's back up again, 33%. So not bad there. And of course, people are being paid out in what's that one? I think it's Finvestor, is it? And we had a couple of the other ones there too, playing out in Pulse as well. So not bad there. What else we got going there? Maker is at $20.46, up 29%. So if you're into the PDI Maker theory, that's going up quite nicely as well. Remember the 5th of December, that's related to Finvestor, right? One of the Finvestor ecosystem coins, up 25%. So not too bad there, been around for a little bit. Pump.tires, which is one of the first top tokens on Pump Tires. It is kind of the main brand one. That is up 21% as well. So we're getting a bit of a movement on some of these. Pulse X is obviously up 14%. Pretty cool. PLS Pups up 12%. BFF up 12%. Troper up almost 12% as well. INC obviously up there. Jupiter up. So we've got quite a few. Solid X up 11% at $15. Still relatively cheap. Still waiting for that crash game from Eric from DragonX. So I'm not sure what's happening there. And of course, SolidX is Randy Alaski's big whale friend called Fire Whale. And that's up 11% at the moment. So yeah, ALGO up to 11%. So some good numbers here over the 10% mark on the pulse chain. So not bad at all. So those are up and away. So lots of them, quite familiar ones we're used to, up there over 10%. Not bad. Very, very cool. Now, I've got Richard Hart here with the magic carpet ride. But what is going on? We've got Tortoise Johnny in the house. Hey, good to see you, Tortoise Johnny. Hope you're doing well there. I love the little tortoise there. And that was that little smoke boom, is it? Bad. Now, did you see, was it tortoises can like bite super fast when they go to eat their meal? They're like super fast, like you can't even see it. At least I've seen videos like that, so I don't know if it's real, but maybe it's just I've been tricked. Anyway, we got Richard Hart here with the magic carpet ride. It was down 44%. It's now down only 33%. So there we go. That's the volatility, man. That's some crazy stuff. So ended up 645 million is now only down 212 million. It was like 300 million, wasn't it, yesterday, or something ridiculous? And it's at 432 million now. So that's up quite a bit, right? So down 44% and now down only 33. So 10 percentage points. That's pretty good, I guess. Is the way you want to see it. So not bad. So that's the magic carpet ride there. I thought I had to talk about that. Now, as you guys know, we are waiting for the Signum Oracle. It has one little thing left they were fixing up yesterday. So it is coming. But these things often, they drag a little bit. I don't think 2 more weeks, but definitely we are pretty imminent. They were just doing one little check on one issue, and obviously you got to make sure it's right because it's such a key piece of infrastructure. But PUSD Algo could be our first algorithmic stablecoin on Pulse Chain. In fact, it's the only one out there really that I think has a chance because we've seen it working on testnet a year ago, and it worked beautiful. In fact, it was making money. And of course, you guys can get access to that. Now, we're going to have to be patient with Jacob. Time is amazing with design and everything else. But timing is not his thing. Timing is not his thing. Let's be frank. Let's be frank amongst friends. Time is not his thing. But this one here, he could get up pretty quick after the Signum Oracle, as long as it's running as expected. This is not like Mafia where you're trying to build out layers to the game. This is it's already pretty much built for the most part, and so we should expect this to get up and running pretty quickly as well. So we are waiting for the Signum Oracle. Once it operates as expected, we should be able to get the updated plan from Jacob, as he's talked about, on the 17th of January this year, and therefore hopefully that's going to be a short roadmap. So Jacob, if you're out there, let's make it a short roadmap. Let's not make this a long Mafia game. That's taking a bit more time, but let's get these things out in the market. This is crypto after all. So let's do that. All right, if you want to get a 90% referral bonus, links in the video description. If you do $1,000 inclusive of the referral bonus, you get access to Bonus X, which will give you up to a 2x multiplier, which is pretty important, right? So let's have a look down here at some of these pledges here, and we can see that that's pretty important. So check that out. Links in the video description there. Now we're going to go to Titanx because Titanx is pretty important. So we're going to be talking about that because it's jumped on the Ethereum move. So it's coming pretty cool. What else? Wookie says Titanx is on the move. Yeah, it is. Well, it's good thing you put that on there because we're just about to talk about it. So that's pretty cool. Tortoise Johnny in the house says, what does Tortoise Johnny say? Tortoise Johnny says, oh no, he said 2 more weeks. Yeah, I said it's probably not 2 more weeks because it was supposed to launch yesterday. No, to Saturday. Well, Saturday would be Sunday, I guess, US time maybe. So no, it's the other way around. So on Sunday it was supposed to look on Saturday, but it's Monday here now. So it is probably about 24 hours or so behind. But I've talked to the developer, and he had one issue to deal with. Now they've got to do final checks, and one issue came up, so they're just cleaning that up before launch. But he's going to hit me up. We're going to do a live stream, hopefully tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Signum Oracles tomorrow. All right, so big shout out to Stu. Keep up the great work. All right, let's have a look here. We got Wookie says, oh no, it's already over, says, what? It's over already, says Wookie. I don't know what you're talking about. I got to keep away from Wookie because he can be trouble with his language there. All right, so let's get into Titanx. It had a nice little bounce today. But something's even more important happened today with Titanx. So we'll talk about that. So let's bring up this chart here. Now, obviously, we've been trying to find the bottom of wave 2 for Titanx. You guys know we've been following the journey here. So let's go back in time just to recap what is happening with this chart. It's been pretty amazing and pretty brutal at the same time. And so here we between the August the 3rd and, of course, October the 21st, we had a big rally, almost 10x returns there for people that had gone into that. But then, of course, that was wave 1. But then wave 2 was pretty brutal to the downside. and we thought we might have finished here. We thought we might have finished at 6 zeros 3000, which is the US price, but we didn't. We broke that, and down we came, and we went back all the way back to where we started on the 3rd of August. So it was a brutal happening there. Now, the irony in this, of course, is that the narrative was hyperdeflation. And of course, some numbers were changed around this and that, but the fundamentals still remain. So anyway, we came back down, all the way back down to 1776, which is a good year. Does anyone know what the year 1776 means? Put it in the chat. So we had that, and now we have bounced. We've finally bounced back up. We've gone from 1776 all the way back up to 2,531 there with 6 zeros. So pretty cool. Now, obviously, we want to get over this mark here of 2,700. This one here, that'd be pretty important, and start trying to get back over this range here, 37 to 42. And then maybe we can start that wave 3 that everybody's afterwards. Sometimes we can get a little sideways momentum, but I don't know. Let's see if we can zigzag up for that wave 3 straight away. We shall see. But at the moment, pretty good. Now, as you guys know, I'm really looking at the positivity around the ratio to ETH rather than US dollar price. And we can see that we've got some similar issues here. So obviously we came up pretty big. Then we came down very hard here, and we ended up just slowly drifting down. We got down to 10 zeros on the ETH ratio, 10 zeros, 7,100. We're now back at 9 zeros. So this is the cool stuff happened today. We're back over into 9 zeros. We lost a zero, and we're back at 9 zeros, 1,000. Thank goodness for that, people would say. But of course, with next target, it really needs to get back over 1,350, and then ultimately over 1,600 there. Those are the next targets that we've got to get over to start zigzagging up our ratio to Titanx. And then the US dollar price goes up as well, and you've got a double winner, right? Double winner, chicken dinner. Now, as you guys know, all the buy and burns essentially throughout all the Titanx ecosystem were turned off ages ago. And so those are all just sitting there as buy and burn collaterals, and which were, yesterday or whatever, was up at like 85% or so for Titanx. So it's a pretty big deal. And so that is still sitting there. Most tokens don't even have anything like that. And secondly, it's also got this omni-chain roadmap, and the hyperinflation narrative will play out eventually. So that's the other one there too. Now, Titanx users still haven't hit 20,000, so user growth has definitely been a problem. Obviously, with that down chart and with other projects out in the crypto world, that gives a bit of distraction, but still looking pretty solid at 19,800, but still not hit that 20,000. But the price is starting to rally. As we know in crypto, people follow the price. If it starts to compound on itself, people will start following in, and will start raising those numbers there as well, and getting increased system volume. Also, maybe if we can get back to $2-3 million, that'd be pretty nice. Currently at $500,000. DragonX, of course, the buy and burns turned off as well, but it's up 36%, and the ratio is up as well, 7.68. So that's up a lot. I think we were down at 6.4. We're now at 7.7 pretty much. X28 is ratio is still discounted to Titanx. It is at 0.88. And I think we'll have to get some activity on X28 to start closing that gap again. And arguably, if the ratio is higher than Titanx, so it's over 1 to 1, then we could start getting some cycling going through, which means that Titanx would get burned off real fast. 50% of Titanx that goes through X28 transform gets burned, right? At the moment, it's much better to buy off the market. So until we see that close up, that's pretty important there. Shogun, of course, is going to go omni-chain. That is up 26% at the moment, sitting at 5,500 X28. So we're waiting for that to also incur there as well. So that's going to come from Jake Sharp, who's been working very feverishly on that. Hydra, of course, is all the mints out. So there's no more Hydra coming out, and it's got massive buy and burn collateral. That's been turned down as well, pretty much off. That's up 36%. The ratio is 0.1 DragonX. Keep a lookout for that. That could be pretty huge. Now, if you haven't gotten to our strategy club, definitely check it out. The link's in the video description to join strategy club. Check that out. Only $35 a month for all the intel. So get in there. Hydra also looking pretty good there, up 25%. Hyper, sorry, I should say. Now, one that I'm going to be covering probably all year pretty solidly is Vault. And of course, that is up 23% today. The ratio is 9,300 Titanx. And of course, we're going to be looking for that as well. That's got major fundamental catalysts, including the burning, about 600,000 tokens a day. And of course, well over 45% burned, including the roadmap, which has Ouroboros lending collateral coming up, Vault's Thunder staking coming up. Those are both ready essentially, particularly the Thunder Vault staking, and of course waiting for good timing. And then of course Bitcoin Genie, which I'm very excited about. That's the frontier of DeFi, and particularly ROI tokenomics in the planet of crypto. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to benefit Vault as well. So Vault is going to get its supply is shrinking and its buy and burn is looking good. And of course, all these projects are going to basically sink more supply and put more demand in. So can't wait for that to have its second day in the sun. Now, the other ones, of course, taken away. The Inferno is going to go hype to base chain, Omni chain. It's up 19% as well. It says Morpheus is huge today. Now, obviously, with DragonX is up. Titanx is up 22%. DragonX up 35%. Well, Morpheus is on top of DragonX, right? So it's 0.37. That is up 88.44% today. So that's from Brandon, one of the big Pulse Chain Titanx influencers and developer. The developers team as well. So that's up 88%. So real solid there. So people in Morpheus be pretty happy. I think I know some people in that. I think I know some people in good old Morpheus. But let's have a look at the ratio to DragonX there. Let's have a look at that. Bam. Look at that. Woohoo. So it was down at 0.21. Is now almost doubled the ratio. That is crazy. That's why you get this 88% return in a day. And of course, you can see that in the chart there. Pretty awesome. So it's actually gone from 2,800 to 7,200. That's some mad gains for people in only 2 days. So in 2 days, in Morpheus, people have made almost 200%. So that's a 3x. So congratulations to some of you out there. I think I know some of you guys. What else there? All right. So Wookie says you may do, Super. You may do. That's right. All right. So let's move on from that. I just realized actually we could scale up here. Let's scale up, shall we? Let's go. Bam. All right. So we're into the bigger screen now. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian. I know Brian's out there. All right. So okay, he's probably hitting me up on the thing, but I'm not there. So let's scroll down a bit further down here. Blaze is up 9%. Tink is up 16% at 5.3 cents. So good, strong move there for Tink. That's maybe the bottom is in for Tink, right? The Tink farms. And we're expecting Tink farms to go over the base chain and Pulse chain there as well. So we're expecting from Brandon, we're expecting more V3 dexes maybe on base chain, Pulse chain, and also the farms going over from Eric there as well. So those are kind of the key things there. This is the farm here, and we're at 3.5 cents, so 5.2. Nice little rebound there. It's a bit of work to do to get back up into here, but it's slowly going to be doing it. I'm sure with more volume that goes through the Titanx ecosystem, the more that goes through Tink. Also, the more protocols that launch on Tink that use Tink. We've got Bonfire, and of course, we're going to have a Wyvernex, but it's been delayed until mid-March. So we have to wait for that. That's going to benefit Tink as well. Element, of course, and all its friends from the Dude are going over the base chain. That's up 33%. That's going to be webbed as well with Uranus, which is also from the Dude and James and that. That's going to be huge as well. So Element's going over, Element 369, Baby DragonX going over. They're all going to be paired up. Of course, Helios going over there. All those 4 pairs getting paired up. Big fat liquidity going to be added from Uranus there. And that's up 20% at the moment. And the ratio 1.93 x 28. So almost a 2x there on the ratio from Uranus. Not bad as well on base chain. The first project, of course, on base chain as part of the Titanx Omni chain strategy. That is pretty awesome. So look out for that. It's going to be pretty exciting moving ahead there. So yeah, some good stuff happening as well. Viper up 38%. As you guys know, Viper and Inferno and Titanx. So Titanx, Inferno, and Viper. They are the 3 biggest burn protocols in Titanx at 55% or above. So, or probably just above 55%. So those are the ones that are going to be pretty interesting to see. And we can see a 38% jump there in a Viper today. Now, pretty awesome stuff going on there. And we're excited about where that's going to go. Now, I was going to cover USDX. So let me just cover that quickly. USDX. Let's go over to the Minter and have a look and see how this is performing. Now the asset prices are recovering. Let's check that out. I'm supposed to normally, sign in before I do this, but hey, it's a guess. All right, so let's jump over to the Minter here. We're going to go to the stats and see what the results are. Woo! Super Shadow, we will be very happy with this. $2.33 million. OMG, new all-time high there. OMG, so good. Congratulations to Super Shady there in the Telegram. I don't know if he's watching, but man, oh man, that is outstanding. And of course, a bit of asset price recovery, pretty awesome. But let's have a look at the Titanex in there. OMG, it's gone up big. It's gone up big. Oh my goodness, that has gone up big, folks. So I'm not sure who's doing that, but that's gone up 6.18 trillion. Titanex is now in Ouroboros. OMG, that is so good. That includes the 4 trillion, right, in the Minter. That is huge. 4 trillion, sorry, in the Minter. Let's go to Titanex and have a look there on the stats page. That surprised me. I didn't even know. So that is pretty cool. Now, I knew he was going to keep building it up, but that's pretty cool. So Ouroboros there has taken number 4th spot ahead of Shogun. We went through this the other day. Now Ouroboros has taken over Shogun. 10 trillion was Shogun, while 10.4 trillion Ouroboros. Big jump there. Man, oh man, oh man. We were sitting at 4 trillion, 4.4 for Ouroboros, and then we went to 5 trillion, I think it was yesterday. Now we're at 6.18 trillion. That's $1.5 million, almost 1.6. Pretty crazy. DragonX still looking pretty strong as well. 397 billion Dragonx at 700, 750,000 there. Obviously, DragonX up a lot in price. Now we've got 36 active loans on the Titanex side and 32 on the DragonX side. That is impressive. We got the backstop pool at 60%. I know that Super Shady wanted 70% as a rough guide, and the health overall 300%. So looking even better with those asset price recovery. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. All right, so let's go to the US Minter. And at the moment, you can only use Titanex and DragonX. As I said earlier, they're going to be able to use ETH, probably RRX, the main platform token, and USDX there. Sorry, Volt, I meant to say, also as collateral. So that's going to expand the collateral. So that $2.3 million could go up quite a bit more just on with the additions, let alone Titanex and DragonX. Pretty awesome there. Now, looking at the staking percentage, 737%. So looking real good there on the APR for staking USDX. Not bad at all. And in terms of liquidations, I'm sure everyone must be looking pretty green at the moment. Yeah, very green. Look at that. The lowest one there, 178%. So good times for everybody there. Good times. So congratulations there, and looking good. Wow. That's pretty impressive, right? That's pretty impressive. Let's go have a look at the liquid supply. We're at 98.3 trillion Titanex here on Titanex. That doesn't include the X28. I don't know if that's included in this at all. We got 64.2 trillion liquid, 7.9 trillion staked, and 26.25 trillion in the BOTs there. Presumably those are all accurate. We have sometimes there has been things missing out on these numbers, so hopefully that is the case. Jake Sharp, I hope you're looking, keeping address of your own ecosystem. Sometimes the ecosystem can grow so fast that and you get so busy, and maybe he forgets to put some stuff in. So fingers crossed there. All right, so that is looking pretty good, pretty green across the Titanex ecosystem. I'm sure you agree that is looking pretty exciting indeed. All right, not bad. All right, so let's read out any more comments we got there. We got Brian says, I would have, but on a phone call right now. Yeah, okay, that's fine, Brian. That's fine. I knew you were probably going to hit me up in Discord. This is the way it goes. All right, so big day, eh? Big day in Pulse Titanex, big day in crypto. You can't ask for better, right? You can't ask for better. Fantastic stuff there. Now, if you guys haven't, remember, joined Discord, the Strategy Club, $35 a month. Join up. Links in the description. If you have any issues, let me know about that because I have made some adjustments to it last night. I don't think it was had the right reference link, but I've updated that. And secondly, if you want to get into those one-to-one calls, hit up those as well. 45-minute calls per as well. Have we got some? Has Brian done something crazy here? Let's have a look here. All right, let's have a look here now, Brian. Let's have a look at this comment. I do have to change these comments because they come up a little bit slowly. 37 months of membership, Green Day, woohoo, says Brian. Hey, thanks so much. Brian is our community leader, just one of the best people out there, and we're a big shout out there for your support, Brian. 37 months. That puts him in the top 3. I think he's in the top 3 members for a long time. So thanks so much, Brian. Big shout out there. 37 months of support. You can't do much better than that. Thank you so much there, Brian. All right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed today's show. I'm going to be doing another show later on today, of course, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, leave your comments, join Discord, links in the video description. Get into that PUSD ALGO if that's something for you, but be patient with the timing. We're looking forward to Signum Oracle coming up. This could be a dream run, right? Dream run. Richard Hart wins the SEC. Trump does the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Signum Oracle launches, opening up a whole range of high-end protocols onto Pulse Chain. It's going to be a lot of fun time. All right, take care. Catch you in the next show. Bye for now.